What's up, everybody? Welcome into another Team Bankroll video. I'm your host, the Big Man on Campus, here with my co-host, Alex from Need for Tips. Alex, a known fixture here on the soccer videos. We're here breaking down another week of Europa League qualifying. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Teams trying to qualify and get into that bigger money, trying to win this trophy as some of the big boys wait for all these teams to finish. We got second round of fixtures, Alex. It was an interesting week last week. We'll get into that in a second. How you doing? Europa League. You and I have been breaking them down. How you doing, man?
Europa League last final qualifying match playoff. After that, on Friday we'll have the draw for the group stage. On Friday, yeah, because on Thursday afternoon, European time, we'll have the Champions League main draw for the group stage. That it will be an interesting one also. So before the international break, the last qualifying stages from both Champions League and Europa League. But we are here to preview Europa League, and as you specified, last week was not one of our best weeks of Europa League, but you cannot win them all. So here we are trying to take care of this second leg of playoffs and find out the best value bets.
Yeah, we'll break it all down and more. We got obviously now that football is in full force, we have a full group of coverage here as far as on all the different leagues, all the different different competitions going on, whether it's Champions League, Europa League, Premier League, all the different leagues. So make sure you stick around and check out all the leagues. Make sure you also hit the like button, support the channel here whenever we go live. Last week you're right, was a weird week, but I'll tell you what, we had some winners. We gave out Zenit over. That is the gift that just keeps on giving. They just keep scoring a ton of goals. Celtic, Suduva, I gave out both teams to score there. And Alex, I mean, I hate to tell you, but Dudelange beat Cluj. How about that? Big winner there on the Dudelange price. How about Cluj? What's going on with them?
I don't know, man. The reports in Romania are very bad. They're saying a lot of crazy stuff about Cluj. That it was a weird match. They didn't play nothing. I've seen the match. Nothing. What they are playing right now in Romania in the domestic league, what they played before against Alashkert in the last qualifying match with what they played away in Luxembourg with 11 people who are not professional players, just some of them. Some of them are amateurs, you understand, from that fucking team from Dudelange. This is
Yeah,
absolutely insane
crazy.
what happened there. But
I don't
I
know how
trust them. I trust them. Tell me.
I don't know how they keep winning. I mean, they beat Legia Warsaw. Legia Warsaw, a team that's a pretty good team in Poland, beat them. Now they're up 2-0 in Cluj. They might win this fucking fixture. I'll tell you what, though, we'll get into them in a minute. Matter of fact, let's jump into it now. Get your pencils and pads out. Second legs. I remember last second leg in the fixtures before, we killed it.
We killed it.
We were burying them. So make sure you write this stuff down. This is the only spot where you're going to get most of these games covered. I mean, there is very few people out there that cover Europa League. I look at other channels, other soccer channels. A lot of them don't cover Europa League. We do it here. We cover Europa League. We cover League One and League Two. We covered, all the different international leagues, European leagues. Make sure you're checking out all these videos. A lot of great work, a lot of
And
great
by the way,
people.
big man, let's remind our viewers that next week, international break for 2 weeks, a new competition is starting, UEFA Nations League. You can check my Twitter. I have a video that which describes exactly how the things are going in that competition. We are covering it every fucking day here at only at SBR. Absolutely the same thing as we did with the World Cup.
Well, I'm excited because I tell you what, any day I can talk about Faroe Islands and Kosovo and Sweden, I'm excited. So we'll jump into all that stuff next week. We're looking forward to that. Let's get into Europa. Let's stop with the funny business.
Yeah,
Let's get
because we
into the
have half an hour. We have half an hour
yes.
to finish the show.
We have we have many matches. Let's get into it here. We'll start out with Denmark, Copenhagen 4, draw 3.95, Atalanta 1.75. This one 0-0 in the first leg. Not a lot of action here. Alex, what do you like here? I mean, 0-0 first leg. What do you got?
I think that Atalanta were very, very unlucky not to win in the first leg. No, not only not to win, but they should destroy Copenhagen. They dominated all the match, the entire match, creating many opportunities of scoring. I think that they had 22 scoring opportunities, 9 shots on target. Uh, Completely, I don't know. It was one of those days that the ball just didn't want to enter in the net. I think that this time they rested some of their key players against AS Roma on Monday, and they were 5 minutes away from winning that match. They failed to maintain the two goals lead, and they were held to a free draw by AS Roma. I think that they should win this one. They scored 16 times in their 7 qualifying matches in Europa League, conceding just 3. I know that Copenhagen is a strong, well-organized side, at most of all when they're playing at home, but Atalanta has the necessary weapons to win this one. I think that 1.7 is a correct odd for Atalanta to win this away match.
Yeah, I agree. I like this one as well. I just think they're a better side, better players, a better league overall, better quality players. This one is moving down though. You want to get on this if you like it now. 1.7 is dissipating here. I'm seeing 1.66 even at Bet365. So numbers coming down. Make sure if you want Atalanta, you want to jump on this one now. Let's keep it going here. Natalie Rodstrom in the chat. Welcome in, Nat. I hope you're doing well. I want to shout out Natalie Rodstrom. Met her on Friday night. She was absolutely terrific. Very, very warm, very caring. Great chatting with her. We had some good chats. Did some good social media. She was like a regular. I don't know. She looked like one of those beautiful actresses back in the day, Alex. She was ravaging. Had the beautiful gown on. She looked like uh, Natalie Hepburn or something. It was terrific. Or Audrey Hepburn, whatever her name is.
Yeah,
She was terrific.
when
They
I've
call her
when
Natalie
I've met
Hepburn. She was
her
terrific.
when I've met her from close in Costa Rica, I had the same feeling. She's very tall. She's taller than me. So,
Yeah, I was
but
surprised
she
by
was
that.
waiting.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, also her husband is the same tall as her, so they are two tall people. She's very beautiful, and she's like a sister for me. We love her, and also her husband, also her child Lily, her daughter. They are the same age with my daughter. Emma, almost, and I think that our family will be one big family forever because there is a lot of respect and a lot of love, and this is what we are doing here. It's part of that because we are team Bankroll every fucking season here at SBR.
Yeah, terrific people. That's one thing, Alex, about meeting a lot of people out at IPC. You see people on video. I see Natalie. I see Donnie. Well, I know Donnie personally, but you see guys like Ed Fang or someone like that. Ed Fang is very tall in person. Gabe Morency, very tall in person. You see him on video, you don't really know how tall they are. But yeah, I mean, tall guys. And obviously Natalie as well. Great people though. Very exciting stuff meeting them. Let's keep it going here. We'll move on down to Apollon Limassol taking on Basel. Apollon 2.4, draw 3.5, Basel 2.7. Basel up 3-2 after a high scoring affair in the first matchup. Basel kind of been underperforming. We saw them, their team that went into the Champions League last year, did some good things, but they've been relegated back. They have a lead here, but I don't know how safe it's going to be. I can't think that this fixture is any different than the first one. I'm predicting goals. Obviously, Apollon need to score. You can't just sit back and screw around. That's why I like fixtures in the second leg. You think we see goals here? What are your thoughts, Alex?
Absolutely on the same page with you. There at least 3 goals in the match. Basel did well to sack their manager after the disaster against PAOK in the Champions League qualifiers, where they didn't qualify for the playoffs. So I think that they did really well. Now they are on a winning streak. They are unbeaten in the last 7 matches, I believe, in all competitions. Yes, they struggle to keep clean sheets, and Apollon is that kind of the team in front of their fans who will go aggressive, who will start aggressive. Cyprus team, like Greek teams, like Turkish teams, if they want to overcome results, they will go all guns blazing from the first minute in the game. And I think that it will not be an easy match because Apollon scored 2 games on the road. Very important 2 away goals on the road in Switzerland. So I think that, again, a high scoring affair, 1.8, one of the bankers for the second leg in Europa League.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you on that. I mean, this just looks to be goals. I'll tell you another game that looks to have goals in it, and this is going to be one of my favorite plays of the week. It's going to be Molde against Zenit St. Petersburg over 2.5. This just looks like another high scoring affair. I mean, Alex, you look at Zenit, last 4 games, 17 goals. This team is scoring goals for fun right now. You look at Molde at home this year, 2.73 goals per game in their league. Again, I know Zenit's not their league, but you'd have to figure, look, you got to go forward. You're down 3-1 here. I would expect them to at least get one. I think at minimum, this is 2-1. I'm going over 2.5. I'm actually going to look towards both teams to score and over 2.5. I can get a pretty good price here on that at 1.9. I'm going to rock with that. I think this is 2-1 at worst. These teams have just been firing goals in.
Yeah, absolutely. I like it. I like it a lot. I think that 2.1 an away win. Zenit can also win in Norway. I think that they are the better side at 2.1. It looks nice. It's not one of my top teams, but I like it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, Zenit, we obviously know are just a better side, better league, better players. But I think their goals on the menu here. Let's go to Cluj, Romania. Cluj, 1.24, draw 5.8. Dudelange at a Luxembourg, 11.5. Now, look, we know Dudelange. We know what they are. They're part-time players. They're from a small country. The league is at the level of this league, Alex. It's a level of Kosovo, Malta, Faroe Islands. I mean, Luxembourg are a whipping boy. I mean, they don't win; they're a minnow. But I'd love to read the Luxembourg papers and see what they're saying about this. This is quite impressive what this little country team has been able to do. You have to figure though, it's not going to last in Cluj. But I tell you what, at plus 1.5. You take Dudelange. I mean, this team is just really playing well right now. At what point are they going to get battered back? Cluj don't score a ton of goals. Plus 1.5 at near even money looks pretty good here.
Yeah, I think that it's about to end this dream for the Luxembourg team to qualify for the first time in their history in a European competition main draw. I think that we will see CFR Cluj with a full stadium in Cluj, a stadium with 25,000 people sold out from today. Because they made it was not a lot of interest in this match because CFR are playing obviously with a team from Luxembourg. So for the stadium to be full, they made the tickets €1. So the person has to pay €1 to enter in the stadium to see their side playing, which is obviously very, very low, €1. So it will be sold out the stadium, and I think that in the domestic league, Cluj rested most of their players away at Gazmetan. This is why I had Gazmetan, who is following me on Twitter, Gazmetan draw double chance at 1.8 in the weekend, and it ended to a 0-0 draw. I think that Cluj will destroy Luxembourg right now. I'm taking them to qualify further in the main group stage at 2.25. Even if they do it in extra time, even if they do it in penalty shootouts, they should do it. They have the power to win at least with a 2-0 this match. But I'm sure I expect them to destroy them. I expect them a free 4-0 in this one.
Yeah, it's tough to find value in this one because you don't really want to lay 1.5 goals. You're laying 1.82 on that. Look, if I'm laying 2.2, maybe I'm interested in that. I think if I'm going to look to anything here, I'm going to look for goals at 1.8 over 2.5. I think Cluj scores at least two. Question is, can Dudelange score? My thing is maybe throwing a shot on exact score 2-0. I think that's a decent bet. I mean, I think this one could go to extra time. I mean, 2-0 would be a five, but it's a tough one. I'll let Alex have his fun here. I'll root him in on to qualify. Not a bad price here. Not in on this one. I made a money out of Dudelange. I took their overs against Legia. They've done enough for me. I'll look to pass on this one. Let's keep it in Romania. We'll go to Steaua Bucharest, 2.15, draw 3.6. Rapid Vienna 3.05. What is going on with Steaua? Down 3-1. The
No,
first fixture was full of goals.
yeah, full of goals, and it should end 4-4. Two hits, two shots on the bars in the last 3-4 minutes of the game for Steaua. Very unlucky second half. Steaua could easily win that first round. For who saw the match, they know what I'm talking about. I think that also Rapid Vienna, they are an exciting team. They did an incredible first half in that game, but in the second half they went down. They couldn't feel the ball. Steaua made some good changes. Putting another striker inside and trying to hit them hard in the second half. I think that we can see another thrilling affair, high scoring affair, over 2.5 goals, another thrilling match because Steaua are forced to play with two strikers up there right now with Noere and Rusescu, who came in the team in the last 2 months. 1.85 for over 2.5 goals. Another banker I will play it with 2 units.
Very good. We know Alex with the tips on Romania, always very interesting. So make sure you follow those. Let's keep it up. Bordeaux 2.1, draw 3.2. Gent 3.6. This one ended 0-0. I got to tell you, I actually gave this one out. I was for sure thinking this was a high scoring match. Bordeaux, obviously a team that could score goals. Ghent had been scoring a ton as well, but I was surprised to see this one finish 0-0. I mean, Alex, are you in agreement with me, though, that Bordeaux, you have to figure a better side here? But Bordeaux have lost to Strasbourg in League One, so I don't know how good this group is. Why do you like this match? What do you think here?
Yeah, a lot of questions over this Bordeaux side. Thierry Henry was about to sign with them a coaching contract, but he's scared that they don't have money to bring him the necessary players. I don't know what's happening till the end because there is a lot of there are a lot of discussions between Thierry Henry and the club still and Bordeaux, but they sacked their manager. They have a new one right now. I still think that they have the power to go through. They won against Monaco 2-1 with a really in a really nice match. Everybody was expecting Monaco to win that one. I stayed away. Monaco are very poor on the road normally. I'm expecting them to beat to beat Gent because they're playing with Gent, and 1.9. I think that it's a good price to take Bordeaux to win this match.
Yeah, just kind of one of those things where it's kind of like Atalanta, better side, better players, better league overall, much more quality. You have to think teams like this, like Bordeaux, are just better. They should be able to handle their business. And look, I mean, they are at home as well, so that's helpful here in this fixture. Let's go down to one of my clubs, one of my favorite clubs, Celtic, 1.09, draw 9.5. Suduva out of Lithuania, 26. One of the biggest mismatches here, really, of the fixtures, but didn't look like that in week one or fixture one in Lithuania. It was a 1-1 stalemate. Um, Olivier and Ketchum scored early for Celtic, but they weren't able to matriculate and metastasize anything else. It was a tough day for Celtic. And look, it's been a tough couple months for Celtic. They're considering going out and signing players, but they're not signing players. I've heard Shane Long from Southampton, John Terry, possibly. They're considering bringing him in. I think he can help them defensively. They have some major issues. The problem is they're very old in defense as it is. Mikael Lustig is old. Christopher Ayer's young, and he might need a guy like John Terry. But John Terry, what does it really do for you? It really only gives you the ability to have him on your team. He's good for your for your young players. But listen, Celtic has no issue scoring goals. They're at home here. Celtic Park is a fortress, as we know. And Alex, you have to figure. You look at the last time Celtic won by 2-goal or more margin, basically 3-goal or more margin. It was against a Lashkert at home. A Lashkert, Suduva, very similar teams. I know Celtic, you're not capable and you want to lay 2, 3 goals at them right now. I get a feeling, though, they win big here. I don't know why. I just think they do. But I'm going to go Celtic and over 2.5 goals at 1.7. I think they can score 3 here. I'm not happy, though, and I don't think that they can keep Suduva out. They didn't do it the first game. Wouldn't surprise me if they don't do it here. This could be 3-1. Are you going to take the generous handicap here, or are you going to lay the goals? What do you think?
No. I think that the Suduva is a stubborn team. I think that they will park the bus. Celtic will have the possession like they had it also in the first leg, but they don't know what to do with the ball. Celtic, I don't know what's happening with them. They are still trying to find their best shape this season. They are not impressive at all, either in their domestic competitions, either in Europa
Alex,
League.
you know what they're doing? Here's the problem with Celtic right now. Brendan Rodgers needs to decide on a fucking lineup. Every week, this lineup is different. You need to get some cohesion between these guys. I mean, you look at the game against Hamilton at the weekend. I mean, just not enough quality possession. I mean, they have 70% possession, but the shots on target aren't there. It's bullshit. It's defensive players scoring. It's all sorts of crap. They need to come up with one lineup, stick to it, keep 3 at the back, and attack. They need to start scoring goals, but continue. They just need to decide on a fucking lineup.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you. I don't know. I think that they will qualify. It's not the question is not who will qualify from this fixture, but what are the best odds for this match. I think that Suduva might keep it tight. I'm going Suduva plus 2.5 goals at 1.75. So Celtic can win, but not by more than 2 goals margin.
Interesting. So you're not seeing a 3 or 4-0 win here. That's gutsy by you. You putting you sure you want to put your money in the hands of Suldova Marajapol?
Yeah, well, listen. Even if it loses, I think that I am taking the correct decision. I don't see Celtic are not an impressive side right now. Suduva will park the bus. They are a stubborn side. They will play their chance to qualify for the first time in the history in the Europa League group stages. They will play. They are playing with their soul. This is what happened also in the first leg. On the other side, Celtic didn't play with their soul like they were supposed to do also in the Champions League last season, also right now, also in their domestic cup. They are not impressing us at all. So I'm taking Suduva plus 2.5 on the Asian handicap. I think that they will lose, but they will not lose more than 2 goals margin. I think that will be 2-0, 3-1 tops, with Celtic not being very aggressive after going 1-0.
3-1 would be perfect. That would be perfect for
Yeah,
us.
absolutely.
You would win, I would win. That would be perfect. A
Also
couple
2-1,
comments
because you
here.
said
Yeah,
Celtic
Celtic
and
and
over
over
2.5. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be perfect as well. A couple comments here. A couple of odd comments though. Kevin Hurt, Celtic are horrible. That's ridiculous. That's one of the dumber comments I've seen in weeks on these chats. First of all, Celtic have won 7 straight Scotland titles. They've also won the treble recently. They've also went to the Champions League last year. and face teams like Bayern Munich and PSG. So to say they're horrible, it's a bit of a stretch.
Not horrible,
Celtic,
but I think that they
they're
still
not
have
horrible. No.
some. They need to improve. They are a good side. They are a Europa League side, not a Champions League side. So they
Right.
are a
Nobody.
second tier side in Europe.
Right.
But they are not bad. But they need to improve little by little. They will
Kevin
enter, then they will destroy everything in Scotland for sure.
Kevin thinks, and Kevin clearly doesn't know much about soccer because he thinks that so everyone knows, Kevin, that Celtic are not a team that can compete at that level. They can. They're big enough to compete. They have a ton of fans. They have a huge base. They have possibly the best home atmosphere in the world. They just need to go out and spend some money. Their owner is not particularly good, but to say they're horrible, that's a bit of a stretch. Celtic 1.14 bad odds. That's a good point. It's not great odds. I would have thought it'd be like 1.3, 1.4, but Kevin obviously has an opinion on Celtic. He doesn't like them. Celtic are a poor version of PSG. Good terms in their league. Plus 2.5 doesn't sound too bad. I like it. Big men with U.S. Open on TV. I have it on because it was on after what I was watching.
Rick,
I
I like this one. Rick Smith, Celtic -5 at plus 1,150. So
Yes.
that's
Well,
around
hey,
12.5.
yeah. That's gaudy there. Pronosticos Deportivos in Glasgow only. Glasgow Rangers. Huh. I don't know if you've ever been there, but that's pretty dumb comment as well. Celtic have absolutely destroyed Rangers recently, so maybe you should go there because I don't know if you're quite aware that it's a two-team town there. They're horrible this season. Kevin, you have no idea what you're talking about. Go ahead, read a book, watch some TV, and come back to us. Maybe you can learn something. What's a good book you can get in US with Asian handicaps? Listen, Troy, I would check out sportsbookreview.com. Go there, read the books, check the books out. You can navigate through these books without buying anything. You don't have to put money on them to check them out. Check the books out, find which one accepts Asian handicaps. Most books have Asian handicaps. My local bookmakers have Asian handicaps. So you should be able to find them. Alex, let's go through a couple other just random fixtures here. Don't have to give an opinion on them, just kind of some big ones. Um, I don't hate Astana at home against Apoel Nicosia out of Cyprus. Astana generally in that country are very good when they're at home. The only concern I have for them is they don't score enough goals. That could be a lower scoring game, but Astana even look decent. I can say. Any opinion on that? Yeah, Astana is generally very good at home.
No, I was looking at that fixture. No, not a single opinion. But I have on the second one, Ufa from Russia versus Rangers. I
Yeah.
think that is a pretty good chance for Rangers to win this one. If you don't like the straight win, you can take also the draw no bet option, which is at uh, even money right now, even 2.02. And I received a message. We have to wrap it up in about 3 minutes.
Yep.
So go on, big man.
Yep. We'll wrap it up here in a moment. Let's do that now. Ufa though quickly. Rangers looks like a pretty good price, 2.9. Russia's tough to go play. It'll be interesting to see how Steven Gerrard's team get on traveling over to Russia. But, they've traveled before. Not going to be something they haven't seen. Ufa, not exactly one of the bigger and better Russia teams. Let's get into our final bets, Alex. For me, my best bet, Zenit Molde over 2.5. I really like that one. Also like Atalanta at 1.75 against Copenhagen. What are your favorite bets, Alex?
I like Apollon versus Basel over 2.5, Steaua versus Rapid Vienna over 2.5, and CFR Cluj to qualify at 2.25.
Also, real quick, Burnley Olympiacos. Burnley are done in this competition, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be a good thing when they are done with this competition because they're a good side. They need to get some fitness back. They have to go out and get out of this competition. They're not going to beat Olympiacos. Get back to the Premier League. Try to tie down a finish there. it won't be the last we see of Burnley. Alex, that will be it. We'll be back tomorrow with more coverage of the soccer world. Make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button if you haven't. Comment below. We'll try to get back to you on that as well. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. This has been Europa League coverage. We'll be back next week or in a few weeks when the international break's over with more. Thanks, Alex. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you.